Reuters.
It's changing out there. There's a storm coming, Harry. Just like last time.
And, you know, I think, personally, that I would want to see the films getting darker, especially if I was a fan of the books. The books get so much darker that I think these ones, the films have to get darker as well.
The Ministry of Magic wishes to make an announcement.
Dolores Umbridge, as High Inquisitor, will address the falling standards at Hogwarts School.
Things at Hogwarts are far worse than I feared.
I mean, there's fun to it, but there's also her, you know, the darker side of her, which in her mind isn't dark, but what she wants to do, you know, to sort of, you know, that terrifying phrase, to cleanse the place. You know, it's not a nice place to be, but but to make her real and yet slightly ludicrous but threatening was a challenge.
You have been told that a certain dark wizard is at large once again. This is a lie.
It's not a lie, I saw it.
I'm so proud of this film. I really believe in it. I think it's the best so far. It's my favourite so far, because Azkaban, I think, was my favourite one. And then this one's really kind of... I'm just so pleased with it. And I think David Yates got the best performance out of all three of us so far.
Your previous instruction in this subject has been disturbingly uneven. But you'll be pleased to know, from now on, you will be following a carefully structured, ministry-approved course of defensive...
I think he's sort of changed in the sense that he's grown up a bit. Like the fourth one, he was a bit... he was going through quite an awkward stage. He was sort of like falling out with everyone and getting a bit jealous, having a bit of girl problems. But this time he's a lot more focused and a lot more sort of together, and you can definitely see that their friendship's got a lot more stronger since the last time, so it's good.
First, we need to find a place to practice where Umbridge won't find out.
The Shrieking Shack?
That's too small.
Forbidden Forest?
Not bloody likely.
Harry, what happens if Umbridge does find out?
Who cares? I mean, it's sort of exciting, isn't it? Breaking the rules.
Who are you, and what have you done with Hermione Granger?
I'm quite stubborn. I'm quite determined. You know, I won't be... I can do rules. I can do being told what to do, but, you know, I'm like Hermione, I will question things, and if I don't think it's quite, then I'll maybe push it against it a bit. But I've never quite had the same experience that she's had, I'm glad to say.
In the past, it was often the Dark Lord's pleasure to invade the minds of his victims, creating visions designed to torture them into madness. Only after extracting the last exquisite ounce of agony, only when he had them literally begging for death, would he finally kill them.
I would put it at the top of my list of favourite Potter movies, because I feel everyone, you know, all the performances took a step up in this one, which I think was vital, and that has to continue. That's not a trend that can stop there. And I've loved working with David, and I loved his direction. And I think it's both my favourite to make and to watch, for the reasons that, you know, David's direction on set was great to take, and it's wonderful to watch when you see it visually, I think.
Don't fight him, Harry. You can't win.
Look at me!
So this is the stage where Harry rebels and struggles with his identity and struggles with his kind of relationships and authority and all of those things. So
Dolores Umbridge has replaced Albus Dumbledore as head of Hogwarts.
Blimey. Definitely parts that I think this is one of the best ones, I think, because it's much more grown up and a lot more sort of complicated, really, and yeah, I like that. Also,
The Dark Lord approaches.
He wants to build up his army again.
If Voldemort's building up an army, then I want to fight.
It's your turn now.
Now, obviously, but I think they're getting the difference is I think they're getting emotionally darker, and I think that's reinforced by the performances now, which I welcome. You know, I think is a good thing.
You will lose everything.